The M5 Pro and the M5 Max MacBook Pros are both excellent video editing computers, but there's a couple of differences between these in both the features they have to offer as well as in the real world use. So in this video, we're going to talk about my time testing both of these, what I think about them, and help you decide if you should get the M5 Max or the M5 Pro for use with Final Cut Pro. And before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to B&H for loaning me both of these so I could test them and compare them. The first thing to know about these computers is for most of your day-to-day use, when you're not using video editing software, they're gonna feel identical. They get really close CPU scores. The GPUs are where they get very different though. Both of these have two chips available. You can get the binned cheaper chip, which is actually the stock chip that I got on both of these, or you can get an unbinned chip that has even more GPU cores. The biggest difference between the actual chips for video editors though is the fact that the M5 Pro has one video encode and one ProRes encode decode engine. And the M5 Max has two video encode and two ProRes encode and decode engines, which in theory makes exporting videos up to double the speed with the M5 Max over the M5 Pro. And this is especially apparent if you're using ProRes or HEVC files on your Final Cut projects. The first thing I really wanted to test the difference in these is actually the feel for editing. So I opened up a couple of my Multicam projects where I ran 3 OpenGate 6K clips from my Lumix S1 II cameras on Final Cut Pro, and I had it on better quality, the whole Multicam clip viewer open, the main viewer open, and they felt really similar for just skimming the timeline and editing. And anytime you make a cut on it, whenever you pause it and you have to wait just a second for both the audio and the video thumbnails and waveforms to pop back up, they were almost identical. I will say the M5 Max seemed like it rendered those clips ever so slightly faster, but both of them were almost instantaneous. Also, I tested some other day-to-day Final Cut tasks on them, like using the magnetic mask, and to do an 18-second clip took the same exact amount of time on both the M5 Pro and the M5 Max. So the actual usability on these felt very similar. One area where I did notice the difference is in the video export. So I loaded a 3-minute project that had a bunch of different titles, audio effects, some adjustment clips on it. And it took 1 minute and 20 seconds to export this 3-minute video on the M5 Pro. It took 52 seconds on the M5 Max, so not quite double the speed on that. Running a 30-minute export, doing a 4K project, took 12 minutes and 40 seconds on the M5 Pro, and it took 8 minutes and 16 seconds on the M5 Max. That was a decent amount of time faster. And what I've really noticed with these computers is the longer the export, the more you're going to appreciate the extra speed in the ProRes video encode and decode engines. So you do get faster video exports with the M5 Max, but it's not going to be at the double speed unless you're shooting in ProRes or HEVC. Let's talk a little bit more about the specs and the things that you get with these computers and the prices they run for. With the M5 Pro, this starts with a 1TB SSD, and with the M5 Max, you actually get a 2TB SSD, which is really nice for video editing to have all that space on your computer, because you can keep even massive projects on it and not have to deal with an external SSD, which is really nice with these computers because both of these SSDs comes in at about 11,500 megabytes a second, which is the fastest internal SSDs a Mac has ever had. The next big difference in these is the RAM they start with. The M5 Pro starts with 24 gigabytes of RAM, and the M5 Max starts with 36 gigabytes, which I was a little bit let down that with the M5 Max, they didn't give you more starting RAM with it. You can always upgrade the RAM on either of these computers, but choosing to upgrade the RAM is actually going to force you to get a more expensive unbinned chip with it, which would be very nice because it'll give you even better performance on either of these computers, both to have extra RAM and to have the better chip. I'd say the main reason you would want to upgrade the RAM is because that's going to prevent your computer from slowing down when you're doing more multitasking and going back and forth between applications, or when you're working with more layers on your projects on Final Cut Pro. With the M5 Max, it starts at about $3,850 for it. The M5 Pro starts at $2,200, and right now B&H actually has a deal on the M5 Pro. We're starting at about $1,950, and I think that's the best value MacBook Pro you can get in 2026. Be sure to check the links in the description below to see the current best prices on these. You could also choose to upgrade the M5 Pro a little bit, but if you want to get the better chip on it and go up to 48 gigabytes of RAM on it, it's going to cost you $2,800, which is going to push you a little bit closer to asking yourself if you should buy 64 gigabytes of RAM, which then brings it to $3,000. Then you're about $850 cheaper on the M5 Pro than the M5 Max if you do choose to upgrade the M5 Pro. So I think it gets a little bit dicey if you start thinking about upgrading the components on the computers, because by the time you start to upgrade the feature sets on them, you really need to consider, should I just get the M5 Max chip instead of the M5 Pro? I would say running both of these computers side by side, just testing them and benchmarking them, they felt basically identical for most day-to-day tasks. And even in Final Cut Pro, running the multicam clips and those larger projects, I didn't notice one of them feeling snappier than the other. The only area where I noticed the improvement was with the export speeds on the M5 Max computer. So I would say if you're trying to decide between the two of these computers, you need to ask yourself, do you want a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte SSD? Because if you want to get the 2 terabyte, I think you might as well consider just getting the M5 Max. And also ask yourself, how many videos are you exporting? If you're like me and you're batching a lot of content and you're doing a ton of exports, or you're reviewing your footage and you want to re-export a video, all the time savings definitely really adds up. And that's why I personally would probably spend a little bit more to get the M5 Max, just because I do edit and export so many videos. But if you're only editing and exporting a couple videos a day, or you're not gonna be doing this all day, every day, the M5 Pro is a really great value at less than $2,000 on sale right now, compared to the almost $4,000 price tag the M5 Max comes in at. One other thing I will say about the M5 Max, I've tested this both with the 14-inch model on these, and a lot of people have reported the throttling with the 14-inch M5 Max. So it's possible that the chip that this computer has is actually just more powerful than the smaller 14-inch chassis is able to handle, because the larger 16-inch computer gives you larger fans and larger surface area for dissipating heat. So if you really want to get the Max chip, personally, I would consider spending a little bit more money to get the 16-inch to get the better heat dissipation and possibly even faster export times. So which would you pick? Saving the money and getting the cheaper M5 Pro that still performs really well, or spending a lot more money to get the M5 Max to get the fastest possible export times? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you're interested in checking either of these out, be sure to buy at B&H with links in the description below.